So I'm going to address this article and see whether it has any validity or not. XRP standard to be used by major Commonwealth bank details. Let's first read the article. Bank of Australia, Australia's largest financial conglomerate, CommBank, has announced it will begin migrating cross-border payments to the ISO 20022 standard this month. CommBank plans to complete the transition of all payments conducted by it to the advanced standard by November 2025. Now, right there, that is something that many banks are doing. All banks are rushing to become ISO 20022 compliant either in November or they're going to do it in March 2023, and they have up until 2025 to basically make the transition. So that in of itself means absolutely nothing in terms of any bank using XRP just because they are migrating over to the ISO 20022 messaging standard. Okay, but I'm still waiting for the part where it says XRP standard to be used. Hi there, from November 2022, cross-border payments will start to migrate to ISO 20022, with all payments to be made and received using ISO 20022 by November 2025. Cross-border payments will be greatly simplified as a result. This is from CommBank, and they said it on November 17th, 2022. Okay, so basically you're saying that you're migrating over to ISO 20022, something which, by the way, China has already done, Switzerland has already done. Actually, China did it in 2015, India did it in 2013. I can't remember all the dates. Switzerland has already done it. And there's a number of other banks that have also already migrated over to ISO 20022 already. So CommBank in Australia is just migrating over to ISO 20022. Cool. So where are you using XRP exactly? So what makes this announcement interesting is that Ripple, which uses XRP, okay, in its operations, yeah, and whose RippleNet network was originally designed to comply with ISO 20022, okay, already meets the standard. We know that already. Apart from Ripple, the only similar company would be Stellar, which is not surprising given their common origin in the person of Jed McCaleb. Okay, let's continue. I'm still waiting for the part where CommBank actually says they're going to be using XRP. So CommBank is not even the first major Australian bank to take steps toward the new interbank correspondence standard. In March this year, the National Australia Bank began to adopt ISO 20022 through RippleNet. Okay, so where are they using XRP? Okay, maybe it's in this announcement because it says the Bank of Australia, largest financial conglomerate, CommBank, has announced it would begin. Okay, it's announcement. So let me check out the announcement. So the announcement is basically this on their Twitter page on November the 17th, 2022. And they say, hi there, from November 2022, cross-border payments will start to migrate to ISO 20022, with all payments to be made and received using ISO 20022 by November 2025. So in this announcement, they do not say they are using XRP at all. They say they are going to migrate over to ISO 20022. Where does it say XRP standard to be used by a major Commonwealth bank? Where is XRP being used? I mean, I'm seeing people running with this article saying XRP is going to be used on November the 21st by Commonwealth Bank, okay, based upon this article. Let me see who wrote this. Gamza. So wait there, everybody is getting fooled by Gamza. No. You serious? The whole XRP community is getting fooled by a guy called Gamza who decided to write an article saying that XRP... oh Lord. This is hilarious. So Gamza decided to write an article saying XRP standard to be used, and everyone is running with it. And then when you read the article, he links to the Twitter post where CommBank from their official Twitter post says ISO 20022 is going to be migrated over to in November. Nothing to do with XRP. But this man, Gamza, says XRP standard. You read the whole thing, and what he basically is saying that RippleNet uses ISO 20022. So therefore, because CommBank is migrating over to ISO 20022, and Ripple also has software that is compliant with ISO 20022, therefore it means XRP must be ISO 20022, and that because CommBank is using ISO 20022, that means they must be using XRP. So with that conflation, which is completely false, by the way, and I've debunked this 1,000 times, if this is the case, then shouldn't China be already on the XRP standard since 2015? Shouldn't India already be on the XRP standard with their RTGS since 2013? Shouldn't Switzerland already be on the XRP standard? There's like 12 banks with their RTGS systems already live with ISO 20022. According to Gamza, they must all be on the XRP standard as well because they are live with ISO 20022 and Ripple can process ISO 20022 messages. So that means XRP. Then therefore, China's using XRP already, India's using XRP, Switzerland is using XRP. All these countries are using XRP and XRP is still at cents. Interesting. And this is the sort of nonsense the XRP community are spreading, and then they hate me for debunking it. Unbelievable. So here's another article. CommBank announces migration to XRP standard. Where is this migration to XRP standard? The only migration I see is to an ISO 20022 standard. Is ISO 20022 now XRP? Is that what it is? ISO 20022 means equals XRP? Because everywhere I look, and I try to look deeper to see if I can find any link between CommBank saying they're using XRP and all I see is them saying they're using ISO 20022, except for these articles. Now, so this article is saying again they're using the XRP standard, complete wrong information starting November 2022. And people that have confirmation bias, they don't know how to research, they are poor researchers, they are jumping on these headlines, trying to basically use this as proof that on November the 21st, XRP will be utilized by these banks. And they're doing YouTube videos, spreading misinformation. And it's sad because you guys can't do research. This is basic. I mean, this is one of the most easiest things I've so far had to debunk. I've had to debunk so much harder stuff in my whole November series in relation to all the misinformation that is being spread out there by YouTubers and the XRP community. This was the most easiest one. As soon as I saw this here, I literally, within seconds, I was like, this is nonsense. Complete nonsense. So this guy here, what's his name? Tolulupi Agondalu. So Tolulupi Agondalu basically has written this article saying XRP standard is going to be used and you guys have fallen for it. And it's basically this page is just a repeat of this right here. The Tolulupi and Gamza must be friends because let's see what they say. Australian Commonwealth Bank is transitioning cross-border payments to the ISO 20022 standard, a standard already met by Ripple. Okay, the standard is also already met by Swift as well. So what's your point? CommBank to begin using XRP standard. ISO 20022 is not an XRP standard. Why are they keep saying that ISO 20022 is an XRP standard just because Ripple can use ISO 20022? This level of conflation is comical now. Following Ripple, Australia's largest financial conglomerate, CommBank, also called the CBA, has announced today. Okay, what did they announce? That it will begin migrating cross-border payments to the ISO 20. Okay, I know they're going to ISO 20022. I want to see where CommBank is saying that they're going to be using XRP for settlement. They're going to be using ODL. They're going to be leveraging DLT systems. Don't tell me that they're using the XRP because they're using ISO 20022. Come on, I've debunked this in September. So basically, it's just a copy and paste from the previous article. ISO 20022 is an international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions. Exactly, it's not XRP. So why are you saying because they're using ISO 20022? This guy contradicts himself in the same article. Because they're using this messaging standard, they're now using the XRP standard. First introduced in 2004, ISO 20022 was created to give the financial industry a common platform for developing messages. So he's talking about ISO, but now where are they saying that they're going to be using XRP? To help enable this next step in global interoperability and meet the evolving needs of our customers, Ripple is now part of the ISO 20022 standards body. Yes, they are part of the ISO 20022 standards body, but that does not mean just because a bank migrates over to ISO 20022, they are now automatically using Ripple's messaging system, and on top of that, they are using Ripple's DLT system. It does not mean that at all. That is pretty much jumping the whole gun. Just because a bank migrates to ISO 20022, it means they've migrated over to ISO 20022. By default, it does not mean they're using XRP, and ISO 20022 is not the XRP standard. And by default, it does not mean they're using distributed ledger technology either. And the proof of this is when November comes, which is tomorrow, okay, 21st of November, Monday, when that arrives and CommBank is supposed to be using XRP and the price of XRP is still at cents. What's going to be your explanation? I already know what my explanation is and why it makes rational sense, but how are you going to rationalize and reconcile the fact that CommBank is using XRP because they're using the XRP standard according to you and the price of XRP is still at cents? Tololupi Ogondalu, you have fooled many people, my friend. That's all I can say. Now, this article was sent or shared in our Discord community, and it says Commonwealth Bank of Australia to work with Ripple Labs. Now, this article is dated 7 years ago, and this was even before. This is 2015. This was even before ODL came about in 2013, and it's basically that the Commonwealth Bank had a partnership with Ripple Labs, and they were using Ripple Labs to basically to build and use digital currency internally in their system, because they imply here something along the lines as if they want to be able to custody crypto. We have multi-currency bank accounts today with 15 currencies available on your phone instantly in real time. So it is not that difficult for us to take that technology and make that a loyalty point store. It shouldn't be that difficult for us to then add cryptocurrencies to it and whatever other means of payment transfers people might want. So it seems that he wanted to be able to add cryptocurrencies or add cryptocurrency wallets to their bank and so on, and they were working with Ripple to basically use digital currencies internally. This has nothing to do with ODL. This has nothing to do with them leveraging XRP's, Ripple's, XRPL's DLT system for ODL solutions and settlement. Nothing at all. This was 7 years ago. Now, recently, they've come out and said on November the 3rd, 2021, last year, we're becoming the first Australian bank to offer the ability to buy, sell, and hold crypto assets. Pretty much what they was trying to do 7 years ago. You can see that they were interested in that, learning how to basically hold crypto assets for their customers. Someone asks, you'll better make sure XRP is available for purchase. Hi there, whilst XRP won't be available for the pilot, we may look to expand our token offering in the future. Keep an eye out, Chris. So let me get this straight. Tomorrow, okay, these banks are going to be rolling all in XRP, according to the XRP community, because they're using the XRP standard, which they did not claim, by the way, but you're claiming, or Tololupi and Gamza is claiming that you guys are running with, and they're going to be using the XRP standard. However, in their custody pilot that's coming soon, where people can buy, sell, and hold crypto, they don't even have XRP available, but tomorrow they're going to be rolling all deep in XRP. That makes a lot of sense. So CBA to offer crypto services to customers. And here it talks about that they're going to be offering crypto services to customers. And they've announced a strategic partnership with global crypto leaders Gemini and Chain Analysis. Commonwealth Bank CBA has today announced that it will become Australia's first bank to offer customers the ability to buy, sell, and hold crypto assets directly through the CommBank app. And as you can see, they had this idea 7 years ago. You can tell from this article here, and they've finally did it in November 2021 last year, and that's pretty much it. So they're going to be custodying crypto, and the XRP community is literally just running off of Gamza and Tololupi's headlines without doing any real research, and because they don't care about the research. They just want to find any information. That's how ridiculous this is becoming. People need to do proper research. And to be honest here, I didn't even debunk this. I sent this in my Discord community. I'm going to share with you what they had to say. So the article says it's moving to ISO starting November, ongoing its transition until 2025. But in November, we will not be moved to a DLT environment yet, meaning it will continue using correspondent banking for now. Exactly. Just because CommBank is coming out and saying we're using ISO 20022, I bet you if you actually look how CommBank is processing payments and settling it, they're using correspondent banking. So they are upgrading their messaging standard, but there's nothing saying that they're changing over to a DLT environment. The article itself doesn't even say they're using XRP. It just says they're using ISO 20022, except for the headlines that says XRP standard, which is completely wrong. Okay, and here's what somebody else said. XRP standard is misinterpreted and misused by the author of this article, and that's 100% correct. Gamza Antolalupi has used the word XRP standard, and it's a misinterpretation, it's a misrepresentation, it's wrong to use the XRP standard, and anyone who actually understands this basic stuff would automatically look at the headline and think, you know what, you guys are misusing XRP standard. That's wrong. But nope, people are running with it instead. XRP is ISO compliant. Now, what is meant here is Ripple is ISO compliant, and ISO 20022 is referring to the new messaging standard that will be used by the bank. And he goes on to say that nothing in the article is referring to ODL. The communication of the bank also states that their payments will be greatly simplified, yes, by using the new messaging layer to reduce friction between messaging with the correspondent banks. The title should be ISO standard to be used by major banks. Exactly. That's what the title should be. The title should be, in these documents, instead of saying XRP standard, it should be ISO standard. But Gamza tricked you, and it should be ISO standard, that CommBank announces migration to ISO standard, which is exactly what they've announced. Did they say anything about XRP standard, or did they say ISO 20022? But Tolupi, again, fooled you. And unfortunately, people in the XRP community ran with these headlines, and they are wrong. In November 2022, the 21st of November, the Commonwealth Bank in Australia, unfortunately, is not using XRP at all. They are using correspondent banking still, I'm sure, and they are going to migrate over to ISO 20022, which does not equals XRP. Unless you have better evidence than what Gamza has produced, then please let me know. Otherwise, that's what I'm saying. Nothing is going to happen in terms of utility on November the 21st as a result of Commonwealth Bank using XRP. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so as to not miss my next video.